So how do you start a daily practice and keep that daily practice going as a Wiccan or a witch? I am Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, and if you're new to this channel and you want to become a Wiccan or a witch without all of the overwhelm of not knowing where to start and the fear of getting it all wrong, then hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss anything. In this video, I am going to show you how you can set up a daily practice, a really simple daily practice that can take you just 10 minutes a day to do, that will help get you started in the craft, and it gives you something to build on along the way. The benefits of having a daily practice is that it gives you the opportunity to be able to focus yourself for the day. You can focus in on your life and what's going on for you and what you want to happen in your life. Every day you get the opportunity to create or recreate your life. And if you've got goals and things that you want to achieve, an idea of where you want to steer your life, then turning up every day for a daily practice is one of the best ways to allow yourself to guide yourself in the right direction and to make things happen that you want to happen. A daily practice allows you also to be able to fortify yourself energetically, so that when you do go out into the world, whether you're a student or you're working or you have a business or whatever it is that you're doing, we're constantly being bombarded by other people's energy. And a lot of time that energy isn't always very pleasant or very positive. With a daily practice, you get to cleanse your energy field and the space that you work in. So you're putting up almost like, I don't want to say a barrier, but you are fortifying your energy so that those negative energies from other people, whether they're intentional or not, aren't going to affect you as much as what they would if you didn't already have that energy field building and building and building every day. Having a daily practice also helps you connect to the divine. It helps you focus and realize day by day that you are part of this unified consciousness, and that when you put it out to the divine to connect, it connects with you. It's also a way, through meditation and other exercises that you'll build on along the way, to get to know more about who you are and the opportunity to change the things about yourself that aren't working for you. So that means any limited programming or conditioning or beliefs that you may have about yourself and your abilities and the world around you, that a daily practice can help you understand those so that you can go and change them so that they're not stopping you from achieving what it is that you want to achieve in life. So they're the benefits of having a daily practice. How do you actually set up one? It can be really, really easy, totally uncomplicated, or it can be as complicated as you want to make it. If you are time poor, which many people in Western culture are, then I'd recommend just try aiming for 10 minutes a day. Preferably in the morning, because when you get up in the morning you're fresh and you can establish yourself for the rest of the day. You can also do a daily practice in the evening. Morning is best though, because it's often easier to let your practice fall by the wayside when you're doing it in the evening, because you might be tired, things come up that might stop you from doing it in the evening. Whereas in the morning, you can always set that alarm clock at a particular time, or set your inner alarm clock for a particular time so that you wake up naturally and then get into your practice straight away. That really is the best way to do it, simply because it is the most practical way of doing it. Once you've established and committed to doing a daily practice every day, all you have to do is simply start doing it. And you start doing it by creating the space. Now that can be a physical space, or it can just be your energy space, depending on what you have available to you. You may have a room that you can practice in. You may not have a room that you can practice in. You may have to be very discreet in your practice. Other people, you can be as open about what you're doing as you like. The idea of having a daily practice is so that it's something that you can do even if you have to be discreet about doing it. So it's about cleansing your energy first. You don't need to set up a big Wiccan circle with all of the elements. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You can simply start by working on your energy field. And you can start by saying, light in my heart, to my hearing light and sight light, to my right light and left light, above me light and below me light, and before me light and behind me light. I am one with the light. I am protected by the light, day and night, by the Goddess and God. And as you say that, you just imagine the light appearing in your heart, in your hearing, your sight, in the directions, and then just imagine that you are the light, that the light is emanating from within you and around you and protecting your energy field. And you take that with you. You might want to just spend a minute on that imagery of the light and feeling the light. So don't just visualize a light, feel the light coming out of your body. Hear maybe a subtle sound that the light might be making. Try and bring all of your senses into the experience so that it is a physical experience and not just a mental one. So that's setting up your space. The next thing to do is to honor the deities, to honor the Goddess and God. Now you may have a particular deity or deities that you work with specifically, then you would honor them. And you can simply light the candles to do that. Now I have 2 candles that I use, the silver one for the Goddess and the gold one for the God. And you can just simply start by lighting the candles. I always start with the Goddess first, the feminine first, and the masculine second. I was told by my high priest in one of the covens that I was in very early in my training that you never call in the masculine without calling in the feminine. And I've pondered on that recently, and I can kind of understand why, but I'll leave that one to you to ponder as to why that may be the case. So you light the candles and you can say a prayer, you can ask for their assistance, you can feel into their energies. You may have a statue or a photo or something you've drawn of your deities. It's great to have them there if you can have them there. If you can't use candles, don't use candles. You don't need to use candles. You can even just imagine having a candle and have it all happening on the astral or in your imagination. So it doesn't even have to be physically involved at all. You could imagine you're lighting a candle and the whole thing can be going on inside here, because what goes on inside here is going on in the hidden or astral realms anyway. So it doesn't have to be necessarily in the physical to work. And after that, I recommend totally do some grounding work. So you could do a tree grounding where you're grounding, you imagine you've got roots in the going down from your spine into the earth, and that you're the trunk of a tree, and then you have these branches coming out and leaves sprouting out around you, and you take energy up from the earth, breathing the energy up into the earth, up from the earth, and then down through from the leaves and the branches down into your body. So you've got energy coming in from all around you and also energy coming up from the earth, and doing what we call tree breathing. And that's just a great way to get the chi going and to accumulate more energy into your body. And the longer you can do that, the better, because that's just replenishing the energy that you would have lost possibly the day before going about doing your daily business. After you spend a little bit of time, a couple of minutes doing the tree breathing, then meditation. Totally recommend meditation. It might seem boring and it's very easy to go, I can't meditate, my mind is just racing here, there and everywhere. That's not the point of meditation. Meditation is to be aware of when you're not being still, being aware of when your mind is swinging from tree to tree, from thought to thought. And you can even start the process by actually watching your thoughts and observing how they flit from one thought to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. So before you even start learning to meditate, you might want to spend a couple of weeks just watching your thoughts for 5 minutes and just seeing how crazy they are and how they just jump from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. And what you'll find by watching your thoughts is that your thoughts do actually start to slow down. And after a while, you can start to then learn to meditate, where you're focusing on your breathing. So you're just focusing on feeling the breath going in and feeling the breath going out. You're not trying to change your breathing in any way, you're just observing the breath. And as you feel your body breathing, that your body is breathing, your whole being is breathing in and breathing out. And be the breath, be the breathing in, be the breathing out. And just enjoy that physical process of breathing and focus on that one thing. Now your mind will flit from another thought. You'll be thinking about what time is it, how much longer do I have to do this for, what I've got to do next, what you're going to do when you get home, all sorts of things that you'll be thinking about the day ahead. That's okay. When you realize that you've gone off in another direction, bring it back to your breathing. The whole point of learning meditation is to be mindful. And the place you start being mindful is of when you're not being mindful. So bringing your mind home to the breathing again and observing that feeling of breathing and that stillness is where the meditation starts. So even if you don't even get to be focused on your breath for more than 3 seconds before you've gone off to think about what you're going to have for lunch, or even breakfast, if you're doing this before breakfast, just bring it back. It's okay to bring it back. Just bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Eventually you'll be able to spend more time in that focused breathing. And that is the beginning of learning to focus in on being in the moment, being in the present moment. It's really important for magic. It helps your concentration, which you need for magic. And it also gives you the ability to be able to hold a feeling, or if you're using visualization, an image long enough for you to be able to use that in your magic. And when you're working on yourself and you're doing any shadow work or working on releasing any of those limiting beliefs or programs that have been holding you back, meditation is really important for helping you use those processes as well. After you finish your meditation, then if you want to do any magic, if you're wanting to do any magic that you might be working on, any candle magic that's continuing, or anything that you want to do for that day, do that after the meditation. Don't do it before, because you might find yourself lusting for the result during the meditation. Do it at the end. And that's all you need to do. It might sound like a lot, but really it's all just about purifying your energy field, honoring the deities, grounding yourself and bringing up some more energy into your body, and meditating, and if you want to, doing some magic at the end. So that's 5 things. That doesn't have to take more than 10 minutes. It really doesn't. And you will find that if you do this every day and turn up for yourself every day to do it, that your life will change. Do it and see, and compare that to when you weren't doing it. Do it at least for a month and see what changes you discover happen for you in the period that you've been doing the daily practice. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe. And if you do want to have a more structured approach to having a daily practice, I have a 5-day course called The Ultimate Guide to Starting a Wiccan Practice That Works, where I guide you day by day, step by step, through a daily practice. That's really simple, that you can take anywhere, and it is only $9.99 Australian. So grab that if you're wanting to help me guide you through that daily practice. That's all for me. Blessed be, and I'll see you in the next video.